Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the Luna Geeks Out channel. Today is a good day because we are checking out aespa with their track Welcome to My World featuring Nævis, who is part of their lore. I think they've got lore. I don't understand it. I haven't looked into it, so you'll have to forgive me for kinda skipping past all of that aspect of their stuff within this video. I'm gonna feel so bad if they don't have lore and I'm losing my mind here. Anyways, yeah, aespa. I've been a fan of them for a while. Pretty sure I did an unboxing video a while back for their album Girls. I almost certainly did, because I unbox K-pop things. But this should be my first time actually reacting to something from them on the channel. Very excited to check this out. They do some really cool stuff. They're one of those groups that I feel like they're actually really doing some interesting stuff musically. I've talked in the past about like the track Girls reminds me a lot of Sleep Token. And I mean that whole album had a lot of different sounds, a lot of different styles on it. The other stuff I've heard from some of their earlier stuff has a good amount of variety as well. So this, I don't really know what to expect from it sound-wise, but I do expect it to be really interesting and really good. So yeah, very excited to check this one out. Without further ado, let's hop into it. Interesting. I don't know what that is in the background, that instrument. Some kind of keyboard, probably? Okay, cool guitar there. Giving me Polyphia vibes with the tone. Anyone else hear that?
Hey baby, welcome to my world.
Really good atmosphere. Okay. I kind of thought it was about to go heavy. Not quite doing that, but it's got... I don't know what I'm looking for. Really good chorus in this one. Oh, really cool section here. Sort of a symphonic feel to it. Love that. What is going on with the lighting today? Those drums right there, incredible. Oh, this is really nice right here. Great escalation of what we've seen before in the song, but man, expanding on it so much. Alright, really cool track. That was not what I was expecting at all. That had some weird elements in there that really caught me off guard. That was Actually, probably one of the, like, the coolest K-pop tracks I've checked out on the channel. I won't go so far as to say one of the coolest ones I've ever heard, but certainly one of the coolest ones I've checked out. What is going on with the lighting today? Do I need to open the window more? That's a bit better, I guess. I'm filming this late. I don't know what's going on there. Anyways, yeah, we need to, do the lyrical analysis. And of course, like I said, there is some lore to this group, to my understanding. And, seeing some of the stuff that happened in the video, I'm sure this ties into that as well. I have not looked into that at all. I've just listened to, like, one full album from them and a couple other singles. I'm like, yeah, this is some good stuff. I don't know what story they're telling here. I've watched maybe one other music video, so yeah, I can't comment on that. If there are elements of that within this song, I'm not going to be able to speak on that at all, so you'll have to forgive me for not knowing much on that. Please, if there is any of that within this, let me know about it down in the comments. I would love to know more on this, because I love lore behind a band and group and everything. It's always super fun to dive into. But yeah, can't speak on that here. I will speak about some of the a deeper meaning, if you will, behind some of this stuff. So, we'll skip past the intro because that's just sounds, basically, into verse 1. Under the gauzy veil in the fog, all alone. So there we get a little bit of an idea of things being disguised, hidden away a little bit, you know, a veil, something behind a veil, hidden in the fog, so on and so forth. Blocked by a borderline, once again ties into that idea, hidden away, it's blocked. Lifts away a bit by bit, so starting to be freed a little bit, essentially. Again, endlessly walk away, trapped inside the maze, sweet escape and break away, here's the invitation, come to me. So we get this idea of, essentially, perhaps, of essentially something being hidden away, something being blocked, slowly being freed, and the idea that whoever the subject of the song is being trapped away, trapped inside a maze, as it says there, lost, and they're being given the opportunity to escape. So most likely the subject of the song is that which is hidden and that which is in the fog, so on and so forth. So just for all those ideas tying into each other, and they're getting the chance to escape. And that directly ties into the chorus. Hey baby, welcome to my world, beyond where feet fear to tread. It's a new world, you and me, face to face in different languages. Your truth remains the same. Again, feels like we are one. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. So we get the idea that this world is a better place than wherever the subject used to be. Beyond where feet fear to tread, I think is quite a good line right there, where to get to this new world, essentially, you have to go further than most people are willing to go. You know, you have to go the extra mile, essentially. You have to move past your fears, so on and so forth, to get there. You and me face to face in different languages. So the idea of multiple people coming together despite, you know, differences in languages, it says there, but so on and so forth. They're coming together despite our differences in this new world. Your truth remains the same. Just, I think, a further idea of being able to come together under truth, essentially. Again, feels like we are one, further support for that idea of unity. So we get a juxtaposition between where the subject of the song once was and this new world that they are being invited to. Verse 2 essentially expands upon this new world a bit more. Wherever you tread, flowers flowers bloom in your wake. So an idea of growing beauty within this world. This world created by the two of us gently grows. Just further emphasis and expansion upon that idea. With those looks that cradle each other in that moment, our hands clasp. The moment two different worlds make perfect contact. So here we get a bit of the somewhat romantic elements of the song, if you will, because there's a few different ways to view this world. This song, one of which is through a more romantic lens. We get that idea here, right? Those looks that cradle each other, hands clasped. The moment two different worlds make perfect contact, so two different people coming together. So essentially we get an idea that this world is essentially just the narrator of the song is sort of their world is essentially their personality, who they are, so on and so forth, so that idea that people are different worlds coming together, essentially. So you get a bit of an idea there. Chorus, again, same thing. The bridge, this city's so pretty when your light's on, this city's so pretty when your light's on, you want to come, get it ready, let's go, get it, yeah, let's go, and then stuff repeated. I don't think there's a lot that's new within that area. We just get further expansions of, you know, the beauty that we see here, right? The city's so pretty. When your light's on, light, of course, can be a metaphor for, you know, goodness and warmth and so on and so forth, but also ties into the idea of truth. You know, you turn on the light and you can actually see things properly. You want to come, get it ready, let's go, I think is just an expansion upon that sort of invitation to this world. And then we have the chorus again, and outro, nothing new in either of those. So, essentially, this is sort of an invitation to a new world, to see something new, to experience something new, and there's a few different lenses we can view this through. One is, like I said, that more romantic idea, that I mentioned, but I think beyond that, there is just sort of a interpersonal relationship kind of idea of connecting with someone, opening yourself up to someone, and them in turn opening themselves up to you, and getting that deeper understanding for different people. I think there's also more almost a sort of perhaps societal idea here of trying to create a better world, where people are able to come together, where there's not as much division, not as much sorrow, so on and so forth. So there's a few different lenses that this can be viewed through, but essentially it is just that idea of moving on to something and someplace better, which is not a particularly complicated idea, but is certainly a beautiful and powerful one. I think was handled excellently within this song, and I am sure there are elements here that tie directly into aespa's lore. Like I said, I cannot comment on that, so again, forgive me for not being able to say much regarding that aspect of their stuff. But that is about all I have to say on the lyrics. There's not a lot to dive into with these. It's just some lyrics that I quite enjoy. So let's shift into talking about the music, and man, that was incredible. Starting off, as always, with the vocals, those were really good. Those are really good. I couldn't speak on who did what part of the vocals. I'm still not too familiar with the members of aespa, but I thought the vocals were fantastic. There weren't necessarily any specific moments I enjoyed. It's like, I thought the vocals were really nice. There was almost a sort of dreamlike quality to them, if you will, that I thought was really nice. The chorus, I thought the vocals were especially good in that. And then the section where nævis came in with the sort of distorted kind of robotic vocals, I thought those were really cool. I thought that added a nice sort of extra layer to the music that I really enjoyed. I thought that was a cool additional element, provided some more texture to everything. I quite liked that. So yeah, vocals in this were fantastic. We got some guitar in there. That was really nice. Bit more of an atmospheric kind of thing. There are a few points I mentioned that it had a bit of a Polyphia feel, which I was not expecting at all, but I really liked it. It was a similar guitar tone and some slight similar complication, if you will, with the guitar. But yeah, it was mostly just this sort of like atmospheric guitar where it was almost like it could have devolved into some riffing and been more of like almost a dream catcher kind of thing, to do a similar group within K-pop, but it stayed with that more atmospheric thing, which I think actually really worked here, where we almost approached that sort of more metal kind of energy. Like, well, we had that kind of energy, but it didn't get the heaviness or anything, which I actually really enjoyed, where we got that similar vibes without necessarily overdoing it or anything. Yeah, anyways, the guitar in this track was really, really cool, especially when it blended with the more symphonic elements we got later on in the song, which I'll talk about in a moment. But the guitar in this was great. The bass, I could kind of pick up some of the texture of the bass. I didn't necessarily hear it, though. It was alright. Didn't hear it, barely felt it, so I can't comment on it too much. The drums, the percussion in here are a little subtle at times, which sometimes I really like, sometimes I don't. I thought it worked here. But the moments the drumming really came forth, especially in that one bit where it was leading up into, I think, a drop. I forget the exact spot it happened in, but I thought the drums were really nice there. So yeah, great drums in this track. A lot of good elements within those. And then let's see, I think we had some slight electronic stuff, just some general sort of texture kind of things. Enjoyed those, always like just some sort of droning atmosphere and stuff within music, so that was nice to hear pop up if I am remembering it correctly. And finally we had, you know, the strings, the symphonic orchestral elements. Loved those. That was that extra bit of energy that the track really needed, where it got some real depth in the music. Things picked up. There were so many layers coming together throughout that. The sections where that really got going were absolutely beautiful. I almost got Star Set vibes, not quite, but it was somewhat similar to the kind of stuff they do, which I think ties back into that thing I was talking about, how we had a bit of that sort of metal energy without going all the way into it. It was the same kind of thing. We had a bit of that kind of energy without going all the way into it here. So all in all, this is a really cool track. There's so many different elements within this that it started off just this slow, atmospheric track. It was like, all right, we're getting some cool vibes here. I'm liking this, and then it kept picking up, and we get to the end, and everything's coming together and just fitting together beautifully, and absolutely loved it. Like I said a couple times, this had a little bit of that metal energy, not quite as much as some of the other tracks they've done has. I still stand by the fact that Girls is pretty much the most metal K-pop song I have ever heard, even including some of Dreamcatcher's stuff. But I mean, this had a little bit of that, which certainly made me happy, being a metalhead, of course, but it wasn't so much the fact that it was this metal energy that made me happy. It was the fact that it was this new sound and really doing something unique in a genre that, for me, has started to feel a bit stagnant with the stuff I've been hearing. I haven't heard a lot of K-pop that's gotten me really excited as of late. I'm sure there's a lot of great stuff out there that I just haven't heard yet. I mean, the stuff I have heard has been enjoyable, right? I liked the stuff off of the new Blackpink album that I've heard. I've liked the recent Twice stuff I've heard, so on and so forth. But a lot of it has started to feel pretty standard, so it's refreshing to hear something that feels very different and very new, and that's what we got here, and I absolutely loved it. So yeah, fantastic song right here. But I am out of things to say on the song, so y'all know the drill. It is time to figure out what we will be checking out next time. I feel like there's some long rant I need to go on, and I don't have it. Let's just give it a spin. That is not good timing. Let's give it a spin and see what we get. I'm not even sure what I'm hoping for today. Is that Sabaton? Sabaton 2. That's the First Soldier. I don't know the name of that guy. I forget who he was, but it's the First Soldier, about a really highly decorated soldier in, I believe, the French army during World War I. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. I'll have to do some research into it, of course, so that might take a few days, a few days longer to get going, but that should be a very, very fun track. Sabaton, always some enjoyable stuff. One of those bands that, kind of like I was saying about K-pop, is growing a little stagnant for me. I feel like they're not necessarily pushing the boundaries quite as much as they need to be. They've kind of fallen into just one basic sound that is enjoyable, but they aren't changing it up as much as I think they necessarily should. So I don't think this is going to be mind-blowing by any means, but I certainly expect it to be fun, enjoyable, and educational. They always do a good job with the history, and I'm looking forward to learning about a new topic and sharing it with all of y'all. So yeah, that'll be really fun next time, whenever it ends up coming out, because the research on these always does take a few days. But anyways, yeah, Sabaton next time. Super good, very happy about that. But I am out of things to say, so that is going to do it for the video. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below with your own thoughts of the track. Especially, let me know about the lore. I really do want to learn about that. Any feedback or criticism, or anything you want me to react to. In the description, link to the music video so you can go check it out, support the artist. Link to my aespa videos playlist, because that's a thing now, and my Korean music reactions playlist, so you can check out some similar content from me, and then links to my Discord server, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify playlist of all the songs I've reacted to, at least the ones up on Spotify, and my link tree, which has my other stuff in it, in case any of that interests y'all. Anyways, like I said, that's going to do it. So once again, thank y'all for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing ya.